same time. Now, this is
I
know
listened
we're
to this
taking away from
replay
really
and I
beautiful women
realized
at the
how
moment.
good
But
I
the
am.
point that they were making is they would rather date a woman who was confident versus a woman that all she is beautiful, because so many times beautiful women will complain about their flaws.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Nonstop.
And that is not attractive.
The thing is, though, is my wife, she realizes it. She's confident. And, you know what? And I've had relationships in the past where, you know, and I'm talking, it's been a long time since I've had another relationship, but I've had relationships in the past.
They better be.
Brother. Yes. Where, yeah, better be.
Or you're going to have a divorce.
That's right. Oh, yeah. Well, good morning, everybody. How you doing?
Let's do it.
I want to give you all the reasons that are in my head. There's one thing I want to say, not to you, babe. I look for answers and I want someone to tell me why. But to say the truth, I'm really not your kind of guy. When I look into your eyes, see, I'm wearing a disguise. When I reach into your soul, I'm wearing someone else's clothes. You want me to be for you, but I'm not you. Want me to be for you, but I'm not. I wanna try to find the time to tell you, but all of it was really lies, even though you got true. There are no answers for the things that
I wrote this song for TJ and his 8th wife.
I just don't really know.
That marriage didn't work out.
When I look into your eyes, see, I'm wearing a disguise. When I reach into your soul, I'm wearing someone else's clothes. You want me
What great lyrics.
to be for you, but I'm not you. Want me to be for you, but I'm not. Well, you want me to be for you, but I'm not you. Want me to be for you, but I'm not you. Want me to be for you, but I'm not you. Want me to be for you, but I'm not.
Hey people, this is Paul Stanley Kiss on Ray Lytle's Morning Disaster. And you know what I know. Screw Jim.
Yeah.
Has this ever happened to you?
Oh no, my pimp's been shot. Whatever will I do?
Be wise. insurance. Be insured. Today, almost every hooker understands how important it is to have life insurance. The streets can be pretty rough, but what if her pimp is offed? Who's going to find new Johns? Who's going to supply the crack? Clearly, his loss would create financial hardships for her and the 2 already addicted kids he left behind. With Metropolitan Street Life's new Whore Plus plan, a prostitute can get permanent insurance protection that provides door-to-door limo service, up to 3 crack fixes daily, and a big, ugly son of a bitch with a gun, just as if your main man was still around. All we ask in return for a safe future is 50% of the action. That's probably a better deal than he gave you, and we won't slap you upside your bitch head. Let's face it, we're an insurance company, so we're whores too. Also ask about our medical insurance plan for those emergency implant operations.
Yeah.
Our special dental plan will help rid you of those protein-stained teeth.
Oh, good
And
Lord.
our home insurance plan will protect that whorehouse that you call home. Metropolitan Street Life. Professionals helping professionals.
There we go. Try to help
That
out.
had to be Rocky.
Of course it was Rocky.
That's a Rocky all the way through and through.
That was Rocky, yeah. Did you like that? That song before then was a song that was funny. That was our sound check recorded. I don't think we ever. I wrote that song in my car on the way to a gig. And then I told Jamie, my guitarist, I go,
Yeah.
"Da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da, bum, bum, ba-da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da, bum, bum." And then he just played with that. And I wrote the lyrics, and then during our sound check, he went and he told the rest of the band the chords.
Right.
And our drummer, I think that drummer was either, it would have been EJ or Dave. I can't remember which one it was, but so we told them, and then we did that during sound check. And I don't even think we ever played that. I mean, that was not a regular. This was after a long Pickles stint. You know, we had been on tour for like so many months, and this was getting near the end. We would do songs. You know, we used to start writing songs, and we did them. And then the next time we came back, we didn't play that song again because we went on break right after we wrote that. But for some reason, we had a recording of it. So that's how I had that song, because we had a recording of it when we sound checked it. I can't remember where we were. I think it was Veely's or something, but that's how we got it.
Back then you recorded everything.
Yeah. And it was, and Jamie,
about it.
Jamie basically wrote the lead on the fly. So we had no idea how long the lead was going to be or anything. He just wrote it on the fly. And then it all came together and we recorded it. And that's how that song came to be. So we still had that. And I found it like, I want to say 2 or 3 years ago was when I found it. I was listening to an old tape and I was like, oh, what is this? And it was a sound check. And I took it and, you know, I had to silence out half of it. And then the other half I put up. And then it was a big mess because it wasn't recorded in the best condition. It was only recorded on half the tape, and then I had to take it and split it and blah, blah, blah. But anyway, what you guys just heard, it was the sound check. And I think it's pretty good now that we listen to it years later, you know, just because we don't have a ton of pickle stuff. So anyway, I wanted to get that out. And then, of course, we were playing an old classic show, and I commented how I thought that show episode was pretty good because I was giving the expert tips. And that was pretty good. So anyway, that's what we had going on today for those of you listening beginning of the show, especially if you're listening on the app, you heard all the replay and everything because it was like a 20-minute segment.
Right.
Finally, we started the show right at the end of it. So there you go. I'm Ray Lytle. That's TJ. We are the Morning Disaster. It's good to be here on a Tuesday. Congratulations to Holly. Holly was our first person in the chat room today. How about that?
A new name.
I knew that was going to happen because Adam sent me a message this morning. He sent me a message that said, just so you know, I'm going to let someone else win the first award today. I'm starting to feel bad about kicking everyone's ass consistently. So I had a
I'm
feeling.
glad it has a conscience.
Thank you, Adam, for allowing someone else to win. Bubba came in second again. Bubba comes in second every day. You notice that?
What was with that?
Yeah, he's always second. Bubba was second. Fat 420 was third.
Fat
And
420
then-
had an extra large turd to drop down that drain.
And then Adam came in, then Diane and Steve, our first people today. I see Tyler's in, but he is still in Facebook jail. Tyler's in jail. Tyler's in jail. They kicked
that mean
him
the
out of
roach is his
Facebook
cellmate?
again. Yep. Tyler's in jail. He committed a fail. He's never going to Facebook again. Yep, but he's showed up in the YouTube room. So hi Tyler, how you doing, buddy? So those of you in Facebook, you haven't seen him, but we can see him because the chat room we see is everything combined.
Right.
So we see everybody listen to the show. So hi to Tyler. There you go. And Fat 420 says that he retired. He retired after going a few weeks, or after going a week of being first. He retired as well. So Fat 420 and Adam have retired from being in first every day because they felt bad about all the losers. Or the less thans. That's what I'm going to start calling them now, is less than.
Really?
Yeah. I sent Adam a reply. I said, Adam, don't feel bad because they are less than. Yeah, that's how I consider the people who can't finish first. They're less thans. Oh well. Steve says that he sucks at being first. He just needs to quit trying. Well, that's what he says.
I am Steve's tumor. I just want to say that is a losing attitude. We are going to be, if we feel like we are less than, we will be less than. Steve, I refuse to let you fail so miserably. Even though you're so good at it, I refuse to let you fail daily. If I have to, I will force you by sending a pain down your spinal cord to your prostrate, forcing you to dial or to get into the chat room much quicker. I'm Steve's tumor, and I will now be on top of it.
There you go. Steve's tumor says he's going to be on top of it, TJ.
Steve's tumor approves this message, huh?
Yeah. Amazing. He's going to be on top of it. There you go. DC says, guess I'll tune in less than. DC texted me yesterday. DC sends me the weirdest text. Like I won't hear from him for I won't hear from him for a couple weeks. And then he'll send me a text out of the blue and say, like yesterday, he texted me, he said, hey, have you watched Startup? It was on Crackle, now it's on Netflix. So I sent him back a message, said, yes, it's great. I watched the whole first season of it. So I texted him back. He sends me back nothing. Nothing. Or he sends me this is last Wednesday. Here's last Wednesday. Well, you're gonna love Loki.
That was it.
Yeah. Yeah. And then he sent me something last Thursday. He goes, shit, dude. Amazon Prime has everything. Oh no, this is a month ago. Last Tuesday, a month ago, or a Thursday from a month ago. It said, shit, dude. Amazon Prime has everything. So there you go. Those are the text messages that I get from DC. Yeah, stuff like that. So DC's a good friend of mine. You know what I mean? It's like no problem that I don't immediately text him back. It's just that's how our conversations go. Important stuff like, hey, Amazon Prime's cool. Hey, Netflix has a new show you should check out.
Hey, you'll like Loki.
Yeah. Hey, that Loki, you're going to love that Loki. It's a lot of fun. But it's never anything super important. And it's always, and I could get a text message at any time. I could get the text message. You know, and I just appreciate it. He says, would you rather I belint you and send paragraphs about how my life sucks? No, I'm glad that you send me what you sent me, DC. I don't want Sean Belint stuff. It's all depressing. I did send Sean a text message that was kind of mean.
Oh, what did you do to Sean's poor ego?
He put up something on Facebook, okay? He put up something on Facebook on Father's Day. Did you see him on Facebook?
No.
All right, he put up something on Facebook on Father's Day late about his father. You know what I mean?
Right.
And he put a picture up of his father. He put a picture up of his father. And then he said some nice stuff, you know. But I sent Sean a text that said, Mr. Belint, I wanted to post. I can't imagine
the shame.
I can't imagine the shame this poor man must feel on your Facebook, but I didn't. I figured your poor father didn't need to be reminded about what a failure his children are.
Wait, so are we now predicting the cause of death of Sean's dad?
Well,
that Sean's now going to have relatives dying of death?
I didn't post it on Facebook. I told Sean what I wanted to post on Facebook.
No, now we just say it on Facebook.
So he put it up on Facebook. I said, this is what I wanted to post, but I didn't. Which I think was pretty nice of me, you know.
It shows mature.
Yes, because
strength.
Like a year ago, I would have posted that. I wouldn't have even thought about it. I would have posted. Oh, I could not imagine the shame.
You would have posted that.
I could not imagine the shame this poor bastard feels. And I didn't post it. Instead, I sent him the message. So I think that actually is showing an advancement in my evolution as Ray. I think it's showing how I'm a better person, you know.
It's increasing in your maturity.
Yeah. Yeah, that I am somehow it's increasing, you know. That I think it shows I'm getting better. Does any of that make sense?
Somewhat.
To me, it's a positive.
Sean probably took it as a negative, though.
Yeah, but to me, it's very positive that I didn't put that where his, father saw it. Maybe a year ago, maybe a year ago I wouldn't have cared. I would have, done it. But now I didn't post that publicly. Instead, I just sent him a text saying I would have posted it. So I think that shows great growth.
I think it does.
You know
So
what
now
I mean?
that raises a question.
Yeah.
I think it really does show great growth. What are you going to do to screw it up?
Hopefully nothing. Hopefully I continue on. The people I know, everybody I know just gets sick of me. They really do.
We got to take 2/3 of what comes out of your mouth with, a truckload of salt.
No, I just, I am what I am. That's all that I am. I'm telling you. I just feel, I feel there's growth. I feel there's great growth.
Like a girthy growth.
Yeah, I feel I'm getting more girthy. I went and worked out yesterday.
Yeah.
I'm going again today. Not bad,
Keep working at it, and then you will weigh less than Nick.
Yeah, I just wanna. I'm 5 days a week. I'm working out, and I'm going as hard as I can. Even though I'm in a wheelchair to get in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because of the stupid knee. I'm in a wheelchair just to get into the place. But when I get there, I work my ass off. It is kind of cool for a Fit Club. They actually did, and they've done this when I first started going there. This is what they did. They planned a workout for a person who can't walk very well.
That is a good move.
That's kind of cool, I mean, it doesn't matter what your it just shows it doesn't matter what your problems are. They can plan a workout for you. My trainer, Mike Purdy, he planned a workout for a person who, can't use his legs very well.
Right.
And it's a workout that has helped me lose weight, and it's amazing. It truly is, but I've been going every day, and I'm going again today.
That's good.
But my left leg, did I say yesterday? My left leg is starting to hold the weight. You know what I mean?
You said your right leg is still
My
real.
right leg, my right knee can't. But my right knee the kneecap is not broken.
Saying that's a plus.
Yeah, nothing broke in the fall. However, there's so much arthritis.
Yeah.
And everything's bone on bone that there is damage in the knee. There's a lot of damage, but
okay.
And oh well.
But that's part of why you're doing all the working out and everything is you're trying to get to the point where you can get the knee replacements done.
Yeah.
Just stay on goal, man.
Yeah, it just sucks. Oh well. Yeah. I'm going today, and I do landmine. Do you know what landmine press is?
You told me once, but I don't remember.
This is landmine press day, TJ. This is the day I do my landmine press. I call it the day when all the ladies
check out your moobs.
I say it's eye candy day for the ladies. They get a chance to, especially when they're on the treadmills and stuff.
It's more
They
like
could
I
look
candy
over.
for Ray.
They could look over and see the eye candy working the landmine press, working massive weights on the landmine press. If they look close enough, they could check out the bulge in my pants.
Well,
Look
now I
close
definitely
enough.
feel sorry for him.
Look close enough to see that bulge in my pants. Yeah.
Think they'd rather check out Vic.
Yeah. I'll eat your ass when you're on a treadmill. That's a fantasy.
Really, Victor? You want
Don't-
to eat a sweaty ass on the treadmill?
Don't judge my fantasies.
I am not judgmental
Oh, good lord.
like some other people I know.
I have not had a. There were times in my life where sweat was a major part, you know what I mean,
Right.
of sex, you know what I mean? But it hasn't been in many, many years.
The air
'Cause now-
conditioner has to be above 52.
Well, there's sex never goes long enough to get any sweat, and you know. But there was a time for my wife and I where it would be a good sweaty, you know.
Well, like I said, the air conditioner also needs to be, warm
Oh
enough.
no! When we have sex, the air conditioner is all the way. It's on that level, you know.
The air conditioner can preserve meat.
And by the way, I love my child. I love my daughter. Love her. She's a beautiful, wonderful child. She's 19 and she lives at home.
Why do I smell a butt?
She goes to college online and she works every day. My daughter works downtown. And she does her college online at night, okay? And but she's a true professional. And I love her, and I'm very glad she lives at home. Very glad. However,
I knew it.
However, it would be nice if occasionally she would just leave the house. It would be nice. It doesn't have to be all the time, but just occasionally go hang out with a friend, you know? Go to dinner with someone. Go do something to get out of the house, because it would be nice to have sex with my wife and not have her. Because there's a whole process. You know, she has to get up out of bed and she locks the door. And then she has to turn on the TV. What? Turn on the TV. This is what we got to wait. This is after I get out of the shower. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or I get out of the shower, or she goes to the tub, or however the process is. But then she gets out and she locks the door, and then she tells me to turn on the TV. Then she says, "You have to be quiet." It's a whole process. You be quiet. Because God forbid if my daughter hears anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm just saying that it would be nice if, we could just have some alone time once in a while. Like I said, I love my daughter. My daughter can live with us till she's 40. I don't, I don't care. I love my kid. I don't want her, I love having her live with us. I'm just saying, just get out of the house once in a while. And sometimes she will get out of the house, right?
Right.
And then it's like, oh, make sure that I got to get the shower. She's got to get the bed. The whole process starts. And then literally we get in the bed and my daughter comes home. I'm like, oh, son of a bitch. Now she's home. We totally missed our window. It's like, you know what I mean? She's never gone long enough for the, for the process. So it'd be nice to go through that, because the second she, comes home, my wife freaking out, warning me about the noise and turning the television on, and then she says, turn on the game or turn something on. So got to turn the game on or whatever. And then I just can't sit back and enjoy it. The game's on, sometimes I'll hear what's going on in the game, and
then you get distracted.
Yeah, no, I was just saying it would be nice to, to just have a wonderful, it would be nice to just have a wonderful us moment. That's all I'm just saying. That's all.
That's all you're saying.
That's all I'm saying. I love my child. Just give us some time once in a while. That's it. Does anyone else have children? Does anyone else have, of an advanced age? Like, I say advanced. I'm 50, whatever I am. But we're not super old, but, Does anyone else go through this? Or are we the only ones? Oh, Diane says send her to a movie. Nah, she's not. She's not gonna. She won't go to a movie. And I don't know. She's with my daughter dating. Who knows? Steve says, what happened to the duck feeder? I have no idea what happened to that kid. I don't know. I mean, I have my theories, but certainly none of my business.
Your theories.
Certainly none of I have theories, but
you think it's a conspiracy theory on making sure you never have
no
or something? I mean,
no. Like I these guys she dates.
Yeah.
I have theories on all of them,
Oh, Jesus.
I do.
So you're being judgmental of who she dates?
No, I try not to be. I seriously try not to be. No, everybody's giving me advice and saying send her shopping. No, you guys don't understand. The only time my daughter goes anywhere for some length is when my wife is with her. So that's not gonna,
What about to the library?
No. She goes, gets what she needs, and comes home when she goes to the library. She's not gonna sit at the library, Ever since this pandemic came around, like we always thought she would move out of the house to go to college somewhere. We thought when she would move to college, But she's not. She's online now. There's no going to college. There is no off to college time. She's just here. And Steve says send her shopping. Yeah, when she shops, she goes with my wife. So, you know, and by the way, I don't know if my daughter would care. I mean, my parents were divorced, so I don't know how that works, but I would think if you were a teen or even an adult, you know, and your parents, you would just close your ears to it, right? You know that stuff goes on. Yeah, and you would just go on your life, all right? But that's not the problem. The problem is not her. I'm telling you, the problem is not her. The problem is my wife. It's my wife. Maybe my wife just doesn't want. I think my wife respects my daughter so much she doesn't want my daughter to think that she's having sex with me. It's like, ugh. She goes, I don't want her to think that less of me. She's probably thinking, oh my God, she's having sex with him. You know.
That's some people visualize very well. Maybe your wife is afraid that it would force a visual on your daughter of you naked.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe the problem is me. If my wife had a boyfriend, she'd just bring him home and, you know.
You really think that's the case?
No, I'm just saying if, you know. Yeah. I don't know. The problem, I guess, is me. So. Oh, well. But there is a whole locking of the door and shh. She's constantly shushing me. You know what I mean? It's annoying.
Well, there is a way to go ahead and shush you without saying shush, but I don't think you'd like it.
I just think that
dirty sock, ball gag.
I'm just saying it'd be nice if I didn't feel like I was doing something wrong just once, you know what I mean? I'd like to feel like I'm not doing something wrong, you know? And I just think if we were alone and having some fun time, you know.
Well,
I wouldn't feel that way. You know. But who knows?
Remind me the next time I swing over. I did get something for you guys. It's been sitting on my desk, but I got a late anniversary gift for you.
What did you get us?
A night at the Baymont with the jacuzzi suite.
Oh, I can't walk. Can we get Jason to push me in a wheelchair to get to the...
You know what? We might be able to arrange that.
If Jason could push me... if Jason could push me in a wheelchair, that'd be awesome. That would be awesome. We remember the how many people will be in your room? Well, there's me, there's my wife, and there's Jason in my wheelchair.
You're gonna force Jason to stick around while you have sex with your wife?
No, just yeah.
Say it's the jacuzzi suite for fuck's sake.
Yeah. Just it sucks. Oh well. Jason will have to lift me up out of the wheelchair and put me into the jacuzzi. Have to lift me out of the jacuzzi.
Then he's gonna have to take the clothes off for you.
Yeah.
To get you all ready to go into the jacuzzi.
Yeah.
He'll be like, I'm good. You may leave now. We will summon you when I need to be dried and redressed.
Yeah. Oh, well. Oh, well. That's hysterical, dude. That's hysterical. Oh, shit.
Jason will listen to this later. I'll get the phone call. Fuck you both.
I'm just, Jason
can't help it that he's got a talent for pushing wheelchairs. I mean,
just some consideration, That's all I need is just some consideration. Because there are times when my daughter leaves the house for like a few hours, Like there'll be times she leaves for a while.
right.
But it's always with my wife, And never, like God forbid my wife ever take a half day off work and, spend time with me or anything, I'm just saying that stuff doesn't happen. Steve said in the chat room that I should get a mistress. Could you imagine that?
Oh, Jesus Christ. That sounds like a fucking disaster waiting to happen.
Could you imagine the lack of self-respect that woman would have to have? I mean, good Lord. I have never had any kind of outside the marriage relationship. It's just not anything that I could do.
And knowing your wife, you better never have it out.
Well, no, I mean, that's obvious, well, that goes without saying, but I'm just saying that, we're rewatching The Sopranos. You guys ever watch The Sopranos?
Yeah.
With the Goombas or the Goomas or whatever, Tony and his buddies, they've always got these girlfriends that they have, or these young girls they just have sex with.
Right.
And I just could not. I could never do that. There's no way. There's
not a Don.
Yeah. I mean, back in the disaster days, back in the highlight of the disaster days, because these are still the disaster days, but I'm saying, like back during the highlight of the morning disaster days, like in the 90s,
the QLZ days,
and the 2000s, yeah. Like, there was literally about 10 years there where I was constantly being offered chances to do something like that. Like when my band was playing, oh my God. When the Itch and Pickles were playing every weekend.
Yeah.
All the time.
Women walking up and trying to grab your junk and stuff.
Yeah, but it wasn't not so much there, but I'm just saying, like, just Jimmy would go with, and he would end up, picking up
whatever
girls. Yeah, whatever. But just because I wasn't interested in any of that, like for me, it would be better I would do the gig, then I would come home, and if I was particularly horny or something,
come home and take it out on.
I would call home on the way to home. I'd call my wife and say, "Hey, I'm on my way," and she would be ready when I got home.
It'd be like a married booty call.
Yeah. And by the way, my wife used to go to all the Pickles gigs until we had the baby. So it was just until she got pregnant. And then after that, she didn't go to any gigs. So, up until 91, up until 2001, she went to all those band gigs. So then I just take her.
And go back even further, the Snappers.
Yeah. I just take her back to the hotel or we'd go home and, and go at it. And then in 2001, she got pregnant with Bella. And then after that, she just never wanted to go to any gigs. And to be honest, I'd get done with the gig and I just want to go home and spend time with her and, you know, be a married dad to my, you know, baby daughter.
Right.
So there was never any desire to do any outside crazy stuff. You know.
You still wound up at that table with Jim smoking everybody out and smoking the rest of the guy's pot.
Oh yeah, I mean stuff like that happened, but that was nothing. There's nothing sexual there, you know.
No, well, not until after you left.
Yeah,
Fucking Jimmy.
but
Hey,
yeah.
you might have said.
But no, I would call my wife sometimes, and she'd be like, "Well, the baby's asleep," you know. And then she'd be like, "Well, come home," you know, and it would really be nice, you know what I mean? She'd be up waiting for me because some of those gigs would be really late, you know.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Sometimes you get home and she's crashed because she's been dealing with a baby all day, you know. Other times she'd wait up for me. And it would really be nice. So I never messed around with anybody, like, you know. I never had any guma or any of that stuff going on.
Well, like the one I remember going really late was like Cinco de Mayo out at Four Seasons.
Oh, that was, yeah, they weren't so late. Cinco de Mayo, sometimes that was during the week, so just depended on what day May 5th fell on.
Yeah,
That was always that was a good time.
that was fun. I mean,
Yeah. So
except for the one that I really got to make, and then Jimmy and Rage running up an $80 bill on me that I had to pay. Asshole.
yeah, this was a good time. Steve says dog food. Maybe you could have gotten dog food later. How dare you? How dare you imply
No,
something?
I was actually kind of thinking, you know, if it was today, it'd be like Gas Girl or Dog Food Lady. Or...
No. Good Lord, no. No. I just had I never had any interest in that stuff. You know, of having any kind of affair. Even now, I would have no interest in it. No, if I ever wanted to have, if I ever want to sleep with anybody else, I would get divorced. I mean, I'm serious. It's just how, you know, that's how I
That's
am.
a smart way to do it.
I would get divorced. I don't have anything to lose now, but I'm saying that, you know, it's just that's how I would do it. Like I would not, I'm not a, you know, I'm a pretty simple guy, you know. I like what I like. I don't like what I don't like, you know.
Give you sports and movie popcorn, you're happy.
Yeah, I'm pretty easy.
And a good
But I would,
recliner.
yeah, but I would be very, I would be, you know, while married, I couldn't do any of that stuff. You know what I mean? I've always skipped it. So when Steve says get a mistress, no, I'm not going to get a mistress. You know, I mean, I don't want to disappoint anybody else. It's bad enough for me just to disappoint my wife all the time. I don't think I could do that to myself or anybody else. By the way, Tyler is commenting from the YouTube room.
Yeah.
He says Jason can sleep in the car. Yeah.
Here's an air mattress for your minivan, Jason. You have to, we will call you when I need to be towel dried, and you must air dry my
God, that's
balls
funny.
and then redress me with a hand
You
fan.
must air dry my balls.
Make
Right.
sure you put the proper amount of powder on my balls this time, Jason.
Take the towel. Take the towel and. And fluff
No,
hair
it'd be like,
onto my balls.
no, it'd be like with one of those hand fans, you know? He's got a hand.
Steve says he'd take Dog Food Lady, bring her on. Oh man. I wish I remember Dog Food Lady's phone number. I don't remember it. I should have written it down.
Bet you they got it at MAY.
Yeah.
Your old partner might be looking at the phone right now and go, oh, God, Dog Food Lady's calling again.
Yeah. No, they have no time for her. They don't understand the greatness.
A Dog Food Lady in her garage.
They don't understand the greatness that is Dog Food Lady. They just don't understand it. Oh well.
Dog Food Lady confessing that she didn't have any more teeth because of meth and Mountain Dew. Oh
well.
my! That was one of the best segments she did.
By the way, there's a Page 6 article. You know this whole Ben Affleck and J-Lo stuff that's going around? You've heard about that, right?
Right. Yeah, we've talked about that.
There's a picture. There's a picture in Page 6 today of J-Lo's ex, A-Rod. There's a picture of him at a party in the Hamptons. And he's standing by Ben Affleck's ex-girlfriend, Lindsay Shookus, or what the hell is how you pronounce her name? Yeah,
Oh,
Lindsay
the hell?
Shookus.
They got some swapping going on or something?
Well, no, I mean they're not with, like, Affleck's not with Lindsay Shookus anymore, and A-Rod's not with J-Lo. But there's a picture of A-Rod hanging out next to her at a party. And people are just wondering, why are they at this party together? And then A-Rod's people were asked, and they said, no. There's absolutely zero to that assumption. Says A-Rod has been friends with her for 15 years, is what they told Page 6. However, Jennifer Lopez has a mansion in the Hamptons.
Yeah.
But they said that A-Rod rented a mansion that's a mile from Jennifer Lopez's home.
No shit.
Yeah, but then I saw a picture over this weekend of
What's that?
Ben Affleck and J-Lo. They were somewhere in public, and they were in public, and somebody got a picture. They were kissing or something. They were at dinner somewhere, and they were somehow kissing, and they got a picture of it. So maybe, and this was recently. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So maybe there's something going on, you know.
Rekindling of the old flame.
Yeah, I want to say it was Maybe it was Father's Day. You know what I mean? It was a weird thing like that, like Ben Affleck and J-Lo hanging out with each other on Father's Day, which is, you know, or whatever the case was, whatever was going on. Maybe it was because.
All right, next one.
Maybe it's because
Oh, God,
Father's
man, really?
Day. Maybe it's because Father's Day means that J-Lo's ex would have her kids, right? You know, I don't know how that would work, but wouldn't Affleck have his kids? Like, you know, or maybe it was I saw the picture. Maybe it was a picture from earlier in the week, but I saw it on Father's Day. Oh well, so it looks like they got something going on, like they're still hanging out or something.
Good for them if they're getting it going again. You know, I think this is why it's like I would never want to be extremely famous.
Yeah.
Dude, I just want to live my life. Leave me alone. What's going on in my private life is, if I'm going to make it public, I'll make it public. Otherwise, what's going on in my private life is my business. It's not anybody else's.
I wouldn't want to be famous just because, like, I'm sure that my wife is doing stuff that I would not be comfortable with. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure she does things that would piss me off. I don't want to be famous enough to where anybody's taking pictures of that, you know? Like, that would, like, you know, I wouldn't want to be famous if there was somebody who was taking a picture of my wife shopping somewhere, you know? Or somebody that would, you know, that would be the worst part of being famous. Is not so much what I would do, but what the people who are being bothered just on the periphery, you know?
Yeah.
That would bug me, you know? I think
I don't think you'd have to worry about with your wife. She loves you too much.
No, but I'm just saying that I think it would drive me crazy. I would hate to be that famous. It would drive me nuts. Yeah. I'm telling you. I know how I am. It would drive me crazy. And I would Fat420 says TJ's famous. He's famous for getting people in Facebook jail. Yeah.
I don't do it. What they do is on them. I just laugh when it happens.
We all know TJ's into seeing fat guys naked stomping.
Oh, what the hell? You know what? The bathroom that
stomping waffles down the shower.
When you get a shower at the truck stop, they give you like a private bathroom, you know?
Yeah.
And I got my shower last night, and I walked into the one I got at the truck stop, and I was like, oh, this bathroom, Fat420 would be in heaven because there's 2 drains in this bathroom, not one.
So were you visualizing Fat420 naked at that point?
No, I did not. I just thought, man, if somebody wanted to waffle stomp, this would be the room to do it in because there's 2 drains.
There's 2 drains. Fat420 sent me he sent me a video
of him waffle stomping.
No, on Facebook.
Oh.
He sent me a video.
How do you get a video of himself waffle stomping on Facebook?
No, it wasn't of himself. Here, I'm gonna play it. I'll see if you can hear this. Hold on. This is the video that he shared on my Facebook. Okay.
So,
All right.
we all shit in the shower. But what's your preferred method? Do you A, waffle stomp it down the drain? Or do you leave the toilet seat up?
People do poo-poos in the shower. Who seriously fucking does that? Oh no. No. The toilet is for poo-poos and wee-wees. What? I need to go change my pants now because I've done a wee-wee. I peed myself from that.
He has some
Okay.
it's some woman listening to it's a woman on TikTok listening to another person talk about whatever, and she's gagging while thinking about waffle stomping. But by the way, I just want to point out, listen to this is what the girl says.
So, we all shit in the shower.
No, we don't.
We
No.
don't.
Oh, no, we
Oh
don't.
my God.
We don't. All of us don't do that. That's not something we all do. No, it's not. It's something I have never done. I've never done. I'm hoping to go my whole life having never done this. You know, I never, ever want to defecate in the shower. Ever. Like I said, I have gone right before showering, and I have admitted to not wiping and then just getting in the shower and sort of rinsing everything out. You know what I mean? But that's the most I've ever done. This woman on TikTok's like, we all shit in the shower.
No, we don't.
We don't. It's not something we all do. No, that's horrible. That's a horrid thought.
What did I walk into?
Oh, hi, Nick. See what you walked
Conversation
into?
you hate the most.
It's
You walked into
unavoidable.
A TikTok conversation. That's what Fat 420 shared on my Facebook page.
I feel like Grandpa Simpson right now, walking in and walking right out.
That's what Fat 420 put on my Facebook.
No. God, no.
It's right there for everyone to see.
That would be a quick unfriend.
Steve says, I will admit open.
No. No. God,
says-
no.
Steve says he will admit
Unfollow.
openly he has waffle stomped only once in a condo he had rented for vacation in Florida while married.
Yeah, you do that in other people's houses. Don't do that in your own.
So
That makes it all better.
you rented a condo.
See, this is why I will not open up an Airbnb.
Yeah. You know people are shitting in Airbnbs, showers. Oh my God. I have never shit. I mean, there's no shower I've ever taken a dump in. I certainly don't do that in hotels or
The toilet's not that far away.
yeah. I just do it. I use the toilet.
It's not like you're going from one side of the house to another. It's like you open your shower curtain and it's like right
next to
there.
the shower. Yeah.
Relatively convenient.
Yeah.
Oh no, I got some water on the toilet seat. It'll dry. It's fine. It's better than the alternative.
I can't
Great for
believe
yourself. You better not ever shit in your shower because I think that would wind you up in divorce court.
I can't. I gotta be honest. I was so shocked when Fat 420 admitted it and talked about it. It was just like, oh my God. It was shocking then. Oh my God.
Or who the hell? I could be drunk and barely able to stand. I still get to the toilet.
Yes.
What's wrong with
Oh
people?
my God.
Even if I passed out drunk trying to get to the toilet and then ended up crapping on the floor, that's better story and better than pooping in your shower, because you can at least go, well, at least he tried to make it to the toilet.
I just don't get it.
There was a night when Rage and I were roommates.
Yeah.
He tried to go shot for shot with me, and he wound up completely obliterated drunk. When I woke up the next morning to go to the bathroom, he was laying in the bathtub, covered in his own urine, feces, and vomit.
He was in the tub and
he had shit himself.
He shit his pants.
Himself. Yes, and he barfed all over himself. And he was just laying in it like a big beached whale.
I don't remember sleeping in a tub. I don't know if I've ever slept in a tub. Anybody ever slept in a tub? I don't remember I definitely remember being drunk when I was young, but I don't remember and I've slept on the floor and on couches and, I've slept in some weird places, but I don't ever remember sleeping in a shower or a tub. You've got to be pretty bad off if you're sleeping in a tub.
I just got back from overseas. He was trying to go shot for shot with me. Like, really? I still had the military alcohol tolerance.
Well, I just, yeah. DC says passed out on the bathroom floor. Yeah, but the floor is different from the tub. You know what I mean?
Oh, I've slept on the bathroom floor before.
Yeah, I'm saying the tub. Like if you're sick and you're vomiting or something.
Yeah,
I could see falling asleep on the bathroom floor. That's not a big deal. But I'm saying if you sleep in a tub, then you had to at least be aware enough to climb into the tub. And then you decide, oh, I'm just going to sleep here. You know what I mean? And so just like it's usually your bedroom's usually close enough or a couch is close enough or something, Like bathroom floor is, I just can't make it anymore. I'm just going to sleep here, A tub is something entirely different. You actually have to get into a tub. So I think that's why most of us don't sleep in the bathtub. Except Rage. Except Rage, who soiled himself while sleeping in a tub.
And urinated himself and vomited on himself.
Yeah, how disgusting.
Disgusting, but it was funny.
Oh, I don't want to think about it.
Oh, I need to change. Don't change there. You'll get a turd in my shower.
Yeah, I just I don't remember ever sleeping in a bathtub. Nothing I have done. Where's the weirdest place you ever slept, Nick?
Either on a couch or in a bed.
You've never fallen asleep anywhere else?
No.
TJ, weirdest place you've ever slept?
Bathroom floor.
You were on a bathroom floor.
Yep. I was sick as a dog, though.
I'll tell you, I think I told this story. Did I tell this story before? About when I was in Texas?
Maybe.
And my buddies came down to Texas. I'll tell you a story. When I was living in Texas, some guys I went to high school with called me when I was in Texas. And they said, hey, we're going to come down for spring break. And we were all, I think I was like 21. I was 21 or 22, whatever, however old I was. And so they were right around the same age. Maybe a little older because I was like the youngest person in my class, but we're all right around the same age. And I'm maybe a year younger. And so they come down to Texas to crash at my place, you know, because I live near the beach, and you know, I was doing a radio show, and I don't know what my buddies did, but they just wanted to come down and party for spring break. So they come to town and do their thing, and then at night they're all back at my apartment.
Right.
Now this is I'm living with, my roommate was this guy named Joel. This is after I lived with the girl before she had moved out, and then Joel moved in, and so we had this cool apartment. And so these guys come and they're gonna crash on my house, and so we're hanging out outside, right outside my apartment, late at night when they get back from the beach or whatever. And I'm talking to them. We're outside drinking beer on the porch, and one of my buddies is talking, and he sees there's a pickup truck in the parking lot, right?
Is that the one that almost hit you?
No, it's a different
okay.
It's a different truck. And he opens up the back. He puts down the
tailgate.
He puts down the tailgate, and he sits on it to talk to us, right? And so we're all talking to him and drinking beer and laughing, you know. And the rest of my friends are there, and they're just you know, laughing, talking about this guy who's pretty fucked up, you know. So I end up, you know, it's getting late, and I got to wake up at like 4:30 in the morning to go to work.
Right.
You know, or 5:30. I mean, I knew I wasn't going to go in on super early the next day because I was drinking and these guys, and it was, you know, it was like a Thursday night or whatever. I had to work the next morning. So my buddy's sitting in the back of this truck, right? And as he's talking to us, he lays down in the truck. Okay.
Okay.
And literally he falls asleep in the back of this truck. So at the end of the night, we're all pretty drunk, and I go, listen, guys, I gotta go to bed. I'm exhausted. I get some sleep, and I gotta wake up in a couple hours and go to work. So I go in and go to sleep, and I say, you guys, if you want, there's 2 couches because we had a sectional. I said, you guys can sleep there. Joel put a bunch of bedding out if anybody wants to sleep on the floor or whatever. They're like, cool, we got it. And I'm like, cool. And so I go in and go to sleep.
Right.
All right. So the next day, so a couple hours later, I get up. I wake up, take a shower, get dressed, and I'm going to head to work. So when I walk outside, I say, oh, look, that truck that was right in front of my apartment is gone. And my car was in the parking slot right next to it. So I get in my car and I drive to work, right?
Uh-huh. I think I have a feeling I know where this is going.
So I drive to work and I start doing my show. So like an hour into my show or half hour into my, however long it was, my roommate calls me. My roommate Joel says, "Hey, one of your buddies here is freaking out because they want to know what happened to that truck." And I go, "What are you talking about?" He goes, "The pickup truck that was in front of our house." And I go, "Dude, I don't know. It was gone. I left for work at 5:30 and it was gone when I went to work. Because it was light out when I went to work. All right. And that truck was gone. And so I say, "Well, so-and-so, when I went to bed, so-and-so was sleeping in the back of the truck. And I told those guys I was going to have to, get some sleep before I left for work." And they say, so-and-so said that so-and-so fell asleep in the back of the truck. And they thought it would be funny. After he fell asleep, they thought it'd be funny to shut the tailgate, right? Well, the neighbor that owned the truck woke up at 5 o'clock or 4:30, whatever time. He woke up and he climbed into his pickup truck and he took off to Houston.
Oh.
At least that's what eventually happened. But all the guys at my house were freaking out because they woke up to go. They're going to wake up the one guy who fell asleep in the back. They were going to wake him up and get him out of the truck. But the guy who owned the truck had left. And that guy was driving to Houston, and the guy ended up stopping for gas, or he stopped somewhere. He stopped, right? And when he got out of his truck, and when he was walking back, he sees this guy sleeping in the back of the truck.
Who's the one buddy's still back there?
Yeah, and he wakes him up.
Oh, I just kidnapped someone.
Who the fuck are you? And my buddy's like, "What?" And he goes, "What? What's going on?" He goes, "What are you doing sleeping in my truck?" And the guy goes, "Oh, I'm so-and-so and I'm from Illinois." And he's like, "Illinois? The fucker? You're on your way to Houston." And he's like, "What?" So yeah, he fell asleep in the back of the truck. And the guy
That's where it was going.
The guy who owned the truck got up and left for Houston the next morning,
Oh my God, that's funny.
And I can't remember if he left him.
Well, I would have.
If he just told him, "Hey, get out of the truck." But for some reason, I remember, I do remember one of the guys.
Drop him off at the nearest Greyhound or Amtrak station and say good luck to you.
That one of the guys at my house had to wake up and drive
And go pick him up.
and go get him. But the guy was like, he had gone a ways, I mean, we lived in Corpus Christi,
So what was he, like up to Galveston or something by then?
No, I think the guy was going. I don't know how he was going to get there, but I don't remember exactly where he was left, but he had to drive up and get him. Yeah, maybe it was that route, but there's different ways to get to Houston from Corpus.
Right.
And he was off the highway somewhere, and they had to go pick him up, which is nuts. Which was
hilarious.
Which is crazy. But yeah, that's something that happened when I lived in Texas.
God.
So my buddies came to town, and they literally just They just came to town and destroyed it, And that's the last time anybody I went to high school with, I let them, come visit me. Well, I let them do it in Peoria too, but that was years later.
Well, I mean, you had John Lamb living with you for a while too.
This was
This sounds like it was before John moved in.
yeah, these guys eventually came up to live when I was in Peoria. They came up one night, and it's a similar story, except they fell asleep. They fell asleep. They fell asleep on my stairwell.
Oh my God!
And I stepped on one of them walking down the stairs.
Because you're on your way to work.
And I was like, "What the hell?" Yeah. But yeah, they and I can't even remember who it was that went, but one of them had to get and drive and pick him up because he fell asleep in the back of the truck. And then the rest of the guys thought it would be funny if they just shut the tailgate, which is crazy. Oh my God.
That is so funny.
Yeah. So that's the weird. There's a story of the weirdest time that I know of someone falling asleep somewhere in the back of a truck.
I've done that, but I was out camping.
Who jumps in the back of somebody's truck? You don't even know who owns it. You know what I mean?
Oh, well, see, now that was the difference. I owned it. I knew whose truck it was.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, I sleep in the back of a truck almost every day.
Because the apartment I lived in, there was downstairs and upstairs apartments.
Right.
And each building had, I want to say each building had 4 different apartments in it.
Right.
And this guy lived in one of the apartments. I didn't know my neighbors. There's nothing wrong with him. At the time, I didn't know him, Yeah, and the guy who had the truck lived in one of them. And he always had to drive to Houston. So he drove.
Oh my God, that is so funny.
Yeah. Which is crazy.
I fell asleep in Corpus Christi and I woke up at the side of the road.
Well, I mean, the guy was from Gillespie, Illinois, and they had just gotten to town.
Oh my God.
And I want to say they drove down. I think they had maybe I don't know if they drove or they flew, but they did have a car. I don't know if they rented a car or what, but it was crazy. And then the rest of the time, I'd be working and stuff, and those guys would, they would drive on out to the island,
Right.
Or maybe they were going to Port Aransas, which is another island, but
I love going up to Port A.
Wherever it was, that's what they were doing during the day. And they were just drinking with a bunch of, because we were college age. We just weren't in college. They were drinking with a bunch of college age spring breakers.
Yeah.
Steve says he passed out in the back of his car in Wichita, Kansas, and woke up in Oklahoma. Oh, Kelly is saying you need to PM me and tell me who this was. She says, I'm sure CP was involved. No, he wasn't. He wasn't on that trip. No. It was God, I don't even remember. I remember Tony. I want to say Rod Spencer, maybe Mike Mercacci. I don't remember who all the guys. I mean, I was 21 years old. I mean, it was a long time ago, but it was still pretty funny. Jimmy, yeah, it was still pretty funny. it was still a really
It still is pretty funny.
yeah. It's just a funny story.
What'd you do on spring break? I passed out in the back of a fucking truck, and I woke up where I wasn't supposed to be.
Yeah, I think those are the guys. I think those are all the guys involved, but I can't remember. I just don't remember it all. It was crazy. It was crazy.
Oh my!
Uh-huh. But they were a blast. I mean, they were just a bunch of fun guys. Yeah.
Hey, what do you want to do with this weekend? Let's go to Ray's and just pass out somewhere so he can kick us out of the way.
Yeah, because I hadn't seen those guys. Listen, I went to high school with them. I grew up with them. We all played sports together, and I went to high school with them. But, and then right, after college, I only went and got a 2-year college degree, and then went right to work. And a lot of those guys. Right. A lot of those guys went to college longer, and some of them went and got jobs, right out of junior college. They went and got jobs too. So, I mean, I can't remember the whole group, and I don't remember it all the time, and I hardly saw them, but I remember them calling me and saying, "Hey, we want to go down to spring break." And I was like, "Yeah." They said, "Can we stay at your house?" And I said, "Yeah, sure." And it's like, like they never came to see me when I was living in Youngstown, Ohio. They came to see me when I was living in Corpus Christi. But then I remember them coming to see me when I was in Peoria too. So,
Peoria's a short hop.
Yeah.
Think about it for a second, though. If you were that age and you were looking to visit a friend that's out of state, would you want to visit the one in Youngstown, or would you want to visit the one in Corpus Christi?
Yeah. I'll go to Corpus Christi, of course. Yeah. So that was the group. And I hadn't thought of that story for years. But, it's literally been 30 years since that happened, dude. It's hysterical. All these years later,
it's still hysterical.
Just telling the story again is just hysterical. I thought I told that on the air before, but I don't know.
There was a guy when I was in New Mexico. There was a guy that was always passing out on everybody's different couches.
Right.
And I finally, I got this cheap couch. I mean, I bought the couch for like $10, just piece of crap couch. And I had a pickup truck living down there. He comes over and he passed out finally on this cheap, crappy couch, right?
Right.
But me and a few of my buddies, we picked up the couch with him on it, carried it out, put it in the truck, and then we drove out into the desert and unloaded the couch in the desert, and then took off and left.
I've heard stories about people passing out and then putting them in a lake and all kinds of stuff. I've heard stories like this, but this was the one that I had lived. Was my buddy passing out in back of the truck. That's just crazy. Oh well. It is 9:30.
Yep, you have to work out.
Yeah, I got to continue my workout so I can catch Nick.
You got to get your landmine presses in today.
I want to catch Nick and
I want you to catch me
and beat him.
I want you to beat me.
And then I'll be. I want you to just think about that, though, Nick. Think about how horrible I'll be if I actually win.
That's fine. I'm all for it.
I'd be like, oh, I've lost more weight than Nick.
Oh, I'd be so happy for you.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. I was on Nick's TikTok yesterday. TJ,
was he bragging again?
Yes, dude, it was shocking though.
Yeah.
He put up a picture. He put up a video of himself from when he first started,
Yeah.
and then he put up a picture like today of him lip syncing that video, and it's a drastic difference. Like you really see how much weight he lost.
I went from round to oval,
Yeah, it's really bizarre.
especially in the face.
Hey, look on the bright side. It didn't do a split screen and then looking over, and then finally go, who was that fat guy anyway?
No, it was weird. It was a split screen, but they're doing the same thing.
Yeah.
And my message was,
You miss Fat Me.
I went, oh God, I miss Fat Nick. Yeah, but I gotta tell you, it was shocking, Nick, because you're wearing the same shirt.
Yeah. I'm wearing the same. I'm actually wearing my wife's shirt of the same shirt, and hers was a smaller size.
Wow, it's crazy. I mean, it is crazy. If anybody follows Nick Talks _78, check out that video. You can really see the weight loss. I'm really proud of you.
Thank you.
But I'd love to catch him. I really would love.
I would love for you to also.
You know, just so I can rub it in, drive it home.
A couple more years, Nick Ray will be my size and rubbing it in your nose.
Yeah. I never go through any drastic changes. You know what I mean? If I went through a drastic change, I would, I would love to do side-by-side pictures and stuff. I'm always the same. So fucking boring. Oh, well. Oh, well. But good for you, Nick. You look great.
Thank you.
And that TikTok video is really shocking.
Yeah, I was just scrolling through old ones, and I'm like, holy crap. I've got the same shirt. Let's see how different I look. So I just went ahead and duetted myself. And
what was more popular, Fat Nick's TikToks or In Shape Nick's TikToks?
Oh, it was always Fat Nick TikTok.
See, Fat Nick seemed to be pretty popular. I think Fat Nick was more lovable. People loved Fat Nick. I just
anything that had to do with Fat Nick and gravy, I think, was getting a lot of hits.
Dude, Fat Nick drinking gravy was my favorite. That was my favorite TikTok video I've ever seen.
I can still drink gravy now. It's not going to affect me.
I loved Fat Nick drinking gravy.
I just get yelled at tremendously by my wife. Why are you drinking gravy?
You know what? I'd love to see if you took this part of the show where I'm talking about how much I loved Fat Nick drinking gravy and how much I miss it because In Shape Nick doesn't do that. But then, have you as In Shape Nick drink some gravy to prove that you could still drink gravy.
I still got it.
Yeah. I miss Fat Nick drinking gravy. I really do. Oh my God.
It's summer. It's not really gravy drinking season. So when it gets more towards the fall, like towards Thanksgiving and stuff like that, you may see
then you can drink some gravy.
Yes.
Who knows how thin you're going to be then?
For drinking gravy?
What's that?
There's a season for drinking gravy? Really?
Sure. Just like Sam Adams has a summer shanty.
Oh, that's horrible. that is Sam Adams summer shanty is horrible.
I know it is. I actually had biscuits and gravy on Sunday, so I did technically drink some gravy.
I miss Fat Nick and gravy drinking and all that stuff. Oh well.
The gravy dance.
Yeah.
That was during Thanksgiving.
Now,
Yeah, but I need to get a smaller gravy shirt now. So I'm gonna get that ordered.
I would love to see another gravy drinking video. Oh, well. All right, let's wrap it up. Congrats again to Holly, who finished first today. Everyone else, all the less thans.
Good job, Holly.
Yeah. That wraps it up. We'll talk to you guys tomorrow at 8. Oh, by the way, did Kathy have chemo again this week, or I need to figure out, what was what the plan is for Thursday. I don't know if we're doing it morning or
Are we doing a chemo disaster?
Or is it a chemo disaster or what? Yeah, I'd like to know what was going on with all that. So somebody let me know. All right, we'll wrap it up today, guys. We'll be back tomorrow at 8 a.m. with another Ray Lytle's Morning Disaster Show. Thanks, everybody. Take care. Stay out of the back of trucks. Don't sleep in them.